Hello and welcome guys to the SMS animation channel. Today we are going to create a sci-fi mechanical grenade in Blender. So let's start and create our 3D model, that is sci-fi mechanical grenade. So first of all, I am just going to jump into the front view, then press Shift A, mesh, and select the cylinder from over here. I am just going to change the vertices into the 16 over here. Okay, so now you can see that it's look like something like this one. Then now just again to jump into the front view, G Z, press control, so it will settle onto the grid. Now what we want to do, we have to just jump into the edit mode, select the face selection mode, then press then select this face, and then jump again into the edit mode, and then control Z, then press G and Z, then take it little bit above like something like this one, then again E and extrude and take it something like this. Okay, so now you can see that our main base is ready for our grenade. So now what I need, I want to apply one loop cut over here below of this one, almost like this one, and then press 3 and alt and select and alt and click onto the face selection. So every face surrounding that is going to be selected, then alt E, extrude face along normals, and then let's extrude something like this, not much more but little bit something. Okay, so you can see that it extruded something like this one. Okay, done. Then what we need, we want to create a one shape which is one mechanism which can press by the thumb into that hole, in a hole which we are going to create over here, so that will ignite the our grenade. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we are just first of we are just going to shape it something like that one. So first select 3 and face selection, and then I and insert a little bit. Okay, you can select, just go like this one, and then what you can do, press G and Z and take a little bit above. Okay, it's look good enough. Done. Then press I, insert again and take a little bit in. And if it's look like a very much big size, so what you can do, you can just press Alt and Z and select all of them, and then G. Okay, just this, and select G and Z and take a little bit down something like over here, so it will good for you. Okay, now press Alt and Z, and now what you have to do, we have to just select this one, and then we want to place again one more insert over here, almost something like this, and then X and delete the faces from over here, then select the edges almost over here, and then E and extrude and leave it, then G and Z and take it down something like this one. Okay, so now we can create the upper part or a switch of this grenade which can be pressed by the handler, so that weapon grenade, a sci-fi weapon grenade, will be activated. So for that what we can do, to create that switch, just select the edge selection mode and then alt and click on this loop, and then press Shift and D, and you can see that we have just created the duplicate loop. Then leave it, and then press P and selection, jump into the object mode, select that loop, come into the edit mode again, press A, and then what you have to, just jump into the front view and then take it extrude something like this one, and press Z also, so it will go little bit straight something like this one. Okay, and you can take it something like over here, and then what we want to need, we want to just press E and extrude again and then leave it, and then just jump into the top view and S and scale it something like this. So we have to maintain something the size almost like the below. Okay, we have done this thing, and then make it E and extrude something little bit big into the Z axis. Okay, it's good enough, and then we have to just press the F, so it will feel something like that, and press I and insert, take it something like that one. Okay, now what I will do, I will just apply the loop cuts on this one. So tab, and first of all I'm going to make it this hide, then select this object and then apply the control R and loop cut, then press control B and select something like this and apply the loop cut on this one. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to do the same thing over here, then press again control B. We have just applied the loop cut over here also. Then we have to apply the loop cut over here also, so I'll leave that and control B to bevel that loop cut. Then it is okay for us. Now we have completed this part, then jump over here, press Alt and H and reveal our other part, then select this one, jump into the edit mode, and let's apply the loop cuts over here. have just applied that something over here also. Now what we can do, we are jump over here and just jump into the modifier, apply modifier, and you can select the subdivision surface from over here also, or you just select the object and press keyboard shortcut, that is Control 1. So automatically it's applied the subdivision modifier on that object. Same we can select on this one and press the Control and 1 also, so it has also subdivision modifier on that. Now what we have to do, select this one, apply the shade smooth on that one, and select this, apply the shade smooth on that one also. So now you can see that our base of the grenade is ready. Now what we will do, just select this, press G and Z and take it a little bit inside. Okay, almost like this one. So it should not be that much bigger, again a little bit more. So maybe I can select again and press G and Z. Okay, something like this. Okay, let's select and hide this one, jump into the edit mode, and let's jump over here and Alt Z and select this loop and take it a little bit up, G and Z, something like this one. Okay, Alt Z and press Alt and H again to reveal, come out from the edit mode, and then press Alt and H. So now it is looking proper. Okay, so we have created our base for grenade. Now what we know, we want to create some kind of lights when we are going to ignite, or when the grenade will be ignited by switching this above part. The light should be blinking start one by one by one. When it's going to be completed lighted area, then it will going to be blast, something like that. The weapon handler should be throw it, and then it should be blast. So that was the main indication for the grenade thrower, when the whole light start to glow. So we have to create that light. So let's jump over here, and for that what we are going to do, we are just going to, and let's apply the normals also on for each and every object. So let's select this one and let's jump out over here and let's on this one also. Now let's select this one, tab into the edit mode, and now let's press the select all the okay, this is over. We have to apply one more loop cut over here. So leave it something like this, apply Control B and take it something like over here. Okay, done. Now let's select all the faces by pressing Alt over here and just go into the select option, and here you will find the checker deselects. So what it will do, it will select one by random faces on that one. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just press I to insert something like this one. Okay, and then Alt E and extrude faces along normals like this one. And then what you can do, we can just press I to something like this one, little bit more, and it's like this one. Then again apply the loop cut over here. After that we are going to apply loop cut and apply the bevel over here. Okay, something like this. So now you can see that it's going good enough for us and it's looking really better. Now we need some more loop cut over here. Here we have the support, but now select this loop, press GG and take a little bit above. Same we are going to do with this, or you can take a one more loop cut over here because it's supporting that over there. So now something like this. So you can see that it's something amazing and beautiful looking over here. Now the light part is created by our side. Now we are going to another way. So if grenade holder should be hold this grenade towards on his belt or somewhere, so we want to create some kind of hook on this thing. So for that what we are going to do, we are just going to select this tab and select this face, then press Shift and S and cursor to selected. Now I am pressing Shift and A and going to create a one cylinder over here. Then what I will do, just press S and let's make a little bit scale from over here, jump into the front view and then take a G and Z. Let's take it a little bit above over there. Okay, now what we want to do, we are just going to apply a loop cut on this one. So leave this and then Control B, something like this over here. Okay, it's good. Then what you are going to just tab and let me hide this one. Okay, they both are the connected. So for that what we want to do, we want to just separate this one. Jump over here, P and selection, yeah, P by loose part. So both are now separate. So now it's a separate object. So jump over here again, and then what we have to do, just press 3, select over here and make insert a little bit inside. Okay, done. Same thing, let me hide this one and let's go over here on the bottom part of this object. Let's tab, press 3 and select the bottom part or bottom face and press insert little bit over here also. So it's also getting better. Now right click, tab and give the shade smooth Okay, so one more thing we have done over there, which is a little bit okay. Let's press Alt and H over there. Now what we want to do, just press G and Z and take a little bit down inside over here. Now we have this option over here, so we are just going to jump into the side view, and now applying a one loop cut over here into the center. Then can press Ctrl B and scroll. So we have three loops now over there. Okay, so I want to create a one hole inside that, so where can we can put one hook over there, so which can handle by the weapon grenade. Okay, so first of all what I will do, just going to press 3 and control and shift something like this one, and then just jump into the control 3 and same select, you can control and shift something like this. Then what you can do, just you can jump or you can just right click over here. You have the option over here, loop tools, and you can select the circle from over here. Okay, it happens, suppose if you don't have this loop cut tool, then you have to just go into the edit preference into the add-ons. It is the free plugin for the blender. So when you jump over here, you can type it over here, search for the loop cut tool over here. You will find out that, and you have to just make it enable and check mark on this area also, so you can use that loop cut. And else you can just create the circle and adjust it over here, and according to that you can adjust the vertex over there. So that's up to you how you want to create it. Okay, now what I will do, I want to just make eye and insert on this one. So I'm just going to take a little bit big insert over there. Okay, and then select X and delete the faces over there. So I have just deleted the faces, throughout faces over there. Now what I will do, I will just press 2 and Alt, selecting this edge, jump over here, press again selecting this edge, then right click again. Okay, shift and Alt again, you have to select these edges. Okay, so both the side and again shift and Alt on this side, so both the edges are selected. Now right click and you have the option called bridge edge loops. So now you can see that we have filled up with the area. Now we have to make it proper. So what we can do, we are apply the loop cut over here and just leave it. And what we can do, we are just going to jump into the modify and let's hide it so you can see that the loop. Then apply the control B and let's make it only 2 loops, and let's adjust it something like over here. Okay, done. Now you can make it on from over here. So now you can see that we have amazing and beautiful output over here. And if you want to convert it into the 2, you can convert it into the 2. That's each and everything up to you. I am just going to leave with the 1. Okay, now we want to create a one hook over there, or a ring hook over there. So how can we do that? So let's jump into the, again what we will do, we are just jump into the edit mode, and what I will do over here, I am just going to select this loop again, and then over here shift and alt and this loop again, then just press shift and S, and I am just going to apply the cursor to selected over there. Okay, then press, just jump out in the object mode, then press shift A and jump into the curve and create a circle over here. So now you can see that we have the circle over here. Then what we have to do, we can just make it a rotate this circle. So R X, and let me do the 90 degrees so you can see that. Let's make it a little bit scale over here, almost something like that, and then G and Z and take it inside something like this. Let's press 3 and see, it's going to be easy. Okay, let's make it G and Z little bit more up, something like over here almost. Okay, now what you can do is going good. Let's take it a little bit lower, something. Okay, done. And then we are going to apply one modifier on this one. So just not modifier, but you have to just jump into the curve property. Here you find the geometry option, just jump into that one. There you find the bevel option, and here it is the depth. So let's increase the depth little bit, something. Okay, so now you can see that it should not be interact with that option. So now select this G and Z, take it a little bit much lower. Yeah, it should be touch, but it should not interact with this one. So it's looking good enough. Let's take it a little bit up. Okay, done. So it's good enough. Now you can see that we have a hook over there also, which can be hang on the belt or somewhere on the armor of the soldier. So it's look good also, and it's looking amazing. So now you can see that our grenade is almost ready. So now we are going to apply the texture on. So now let's apply the shaders on our object, which is the weapon, sci-fi grenade weapon in Blender. So first of all, we are just going to select our main body over here, and then we are jumping into the material properties, and we are going to apply a new material over here, and I double click on that and give the name to the main body on this one, then make it enter and okay. Then what I will do, just select that and jump into the edit mode. And first of all, what I will do, I will just going to jump into the viewer editor option, shader editor option, and here I have by default selected this area, so that's good for me. So what I will do, I will just create a new layer over here, and I will apply the new material on this one. And what will I do over here, I will just create the emission over here. So let's select option over here. I'm just going to choose the green light over there, and let's increase the emission value something like a 3 over here, and then just assign that on this area, so you can see that over here. And now let's tab something over here, so you can see that. And what we can do, we can just let's see that the render settings over here. So what you can do over here, you can just change the ambient occlusion option over here first of all, on that ambient occlusion. So what ambient occlusion do exactly, if I'm going to make it off, you can see that. So this is creating the context shadow in our scene, so which is really very useful to get a realistic result. So you can on the ambient occlusion from over here, and we are into the EV engine at present, render engine. And now I have changed the value to 3. By default it's 1, so I have just make the value by default, my value is 3, so you can use like that. Then you can on the bloom, so you can see that the light glow is coming out when you on the bloom into the EV. And we have on the screen refraction also, and into the screen refraction you have to check onto the refraction. By default it's off, you have to make it on also. So you have to follow this procedure for your glow and other options for the shader editor. Now let's jump into the again into the shader editor. Let's select this object and jump into the edit mode. And now what I will do, we have already created 2 shader, but first of all let's give the name to this, so which I'm going to name the light over here. Okay, so this is my light shader, and then I'm just going to select this bottom face over here. And then what I will do, I will just press the control plus, control plus, control plus. So exactly which part I want to select, which faces I want to select, that will be useful for me. Okay, so till that we want to select by control plus, and then we are going to create a new shader over here. Let's create a new over there, and let me choose the shade little bit something like this almost. Okay, done. And then what I will do, I will just decrease the roughness of this one. So let's make a roughness something like over here. Okay, 3 or 310, it's good one. And then just you have to click onto the assign, then and then that material applied on this one. So now you can see that it's on over here. Okay, so you can increase or decrease the roughness according to a requirement in this material. So we have 3 materials ready, and let's apply the same material on this one. So now we are on this object. So first of all we want to apply the same main body material on this one, so just click on that. So it's applied on this one. Now jump into the edit mode, and what we have to do, we have to select this and then press control plus, control plus. Let's take it a little bit lower side. Okay, and then again press control plus, control plus, and control plus. Now it's done. We have to create a new option over there, and just jump over here, and we have to select the material. This is the second material we have created, so I'm just going to name it as a let's change the name, which is a sub body or sub part, whatever you want to say that. So now you can see that, and that you have to apply the assign also this one. So now this is the materials. Let's select this one, so it is also the name getting changed over here. So we have just generated this part. Now what we want to do, we want to apply the material on this one, or such kind of metallic shader on this. So what I will do for that, to do follow this procedure, what you have to do, first of all just go over here, and you can drag this portion from over here and take it something like over, just divide part into the 2, then come over here and change into the shader editor option. Now if you don't need, just close from over here and select your shader which you want to work on. So I'm just going to choose the shader from over here. You can just press tab and drag, or you can just jump over here and you can choose from the, you want to create the main body material for over here. So let's come and let's make it a little bit zoom, so you can see the changes what is going to be happen over here. So first of all I'm going to create a, let's apply, press shift and A, and I'm going to use the ramp node, which is color ramp node. So just type the color ramp over here, you will get this color ramp node, and then just connect this color to the base color over here. And now let's change the shade from over here. So first of all I'm just going to drag it something over here, adjusting something like this one, and I'm going to drag something over here so we can get some kind of sharpness. Let's take it a little bit back from over here and take it something this one to over here. And then what I will do, just click on this and change to little bit lighter over there, and let's change this one to little bit something over here. So you can see that it already changes its shade. Now what I want to do, I want to apply some kind of roughness over here. So to apply that roughness, I am going to create a shift A, press, and create a one noise texture over here. So let's create one noise texture. Okay, and then what I will do, I will create shift A, press, and another color ramp node over here. So just create the color ramp node over here, connect factor to the factor over there, and apply this color to the roughness over here. And then what we want to do, we are just going to change these values something like over there. And now you can see the change is going to be applied. If I'm going to make it lesser, you can see that. So that is the value is going to come out. So some part of the metal is very shiny and some part of the metal is little bit less shiny. So you can see that the values are getting changed over here. So which is really going to be useful for us. Now let me change the value something like 9 over there. Okay, and let me change something like 4 over here. And let's increase the roughness little bit, lower, not much more, but almost something like this. Okay, it's good for me. Okay, it's nice over here. So you can see that it's changed something over there. Now we want to apply some bump on this one, so which will give you a better texture effect on this one, metallic texture on this one. So for that, what we are going to do, you can use something like this also. That's up to you guys how you are going to work on this one. That's each and everything up to you. You can see that it's changing something like that. So how you want to go, that's you have to decide. Okay, so let's me adjust something like that one. And now let's create a one. Let's select this node and press Ctrl and T over here. So you will get these three nodes over there. Okay, now remove from it over here. If you are not able to do that, then what you have to do, you have to just type it this two node by pressing shift A, and you can type it over here by clicking the texture coordinate node, and the second is the mapping node. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just select these two nodes, and then in between that I am going to apply one more node, which is the same noise texture node I want to apply over here. So let's select the noise texture over here and let's apply in between these two. Then I am going to create a one more node, which is shift A and Voronoi texture I want to create. So I'm just going to apply this Voronoi texture over vector to vector. I want to connect it over here. Then what I will do, just press shift and A. Again I need the color ramp node. So let's create the color ramp node over here, and then let's generate this to color to again a factor over here. Let's apply this into the factor. Okay, done. Now let's take a little bit far so it can be better for us. So let's take a little bit back over here. One more node we need, that is called the bump node, which can create a beautiful effect for us. Bump node. Okay, so surface variation we can get this from. So now what we want to do, we want to just going to create apply color to this height. Okay, and then normal to this normal over here. Okay, so you can see the some kind of weird options over here while we generated with this one, but let's start make changes from over here. First of all, let's apply object to this vector, not the UV, because we didn't apply any kind of UV unwrap over here. Now I'm going to increase this value something like by the almost 16 or something like this one. Let's increase this value something like 5, and roughness should be little bit something almost, let's do this like this one. And here I will just increase the scale something like this. Okay, it's good enough. Let's make it a little bit lower, and we can change it later also. So let's change something like over here, and let's change that strength value a little bit low. So you can see that the values are getting changed over here. Okay, you can understand the values are getting changes, and then you can play with something over here also if you require, but I'm going to be good with this one. Now you can change the values over here according to your requirement. You can see that it's getting changed. Okay, so let's go a little bit slow over there. Okay, let's randomness little bit increase. Okay, this value is good one over here. Let's change something strength value over there, and let's change values something like over here. Okay, let's make it like 16 something like that, good enough. Okay, it is also good. Let's change the value scale. Okay, it's good enough over here. Let's increase something the values over here. Let's select this. Okay, let's move it something like this one. Okay, so now we have changed something over here, and let's apply it onto the factor value. You can increase the strength as much as you require. So you can see that the strength you created over here, that will be something applicable on like this one. Okay, let's change the value again. If you want to increase some scaling over here, you can see that it's really looking good enough for us. But as you want to increase, you can go ahead according to your requirement, guys. That's each and everything up to you, how you want to perform on this one. You can change the detail value or lesser the detail value according to your requirement, change the roughness values as per your need. So now we have generated something like this. Okay, now one more thing and one issue is happened over here. So you can see that it's applied on this part also, where we don't need it. So let's leave it something like this one as of now. And what I will do, I will just select this one, press tab over here, and on this part we are going to apply the, okay, we over here, and let's choose that option from over here, which is the sub body, and let's assign on this one. Okay, now it's done. You can see that over here. So we have the changes over there, amazing changes. Now we want to apply something on this area, the same material of the body over there, and you can change the shades also for this one. But as per your requirement, you can change. So you can select again the main body material over here, and you can change the shades from over here also. So let's choose this one. If you want to make a little bit darker over there, something like this one, and you can choose the brighter shade over here also. And you want to change something like into the more darker, so you can take little bit more lower over there. So you can see that it's taking a darker shade over here amazingly. Okay, so our main body part is our body, main texture is our ready. Just we have to apply the lighting on this one. But before going over there, let's apply the shader on this one also. So I'm just going to select that and applying the main body shader on that, and selecting this one also and applying the same, or you can apply the sub body part material on this one. So now you can see that our almost the shader is ready. Now let's apply the lighting on this one. So first of all, just right click over here, join the areas, click over here. So we are just now come back into the layout option. Okay, now we have, if you want to change something into the render options, so now you can change EV, you can make it into the 150 if you required, almost something like this one. And you can change the options of viewport also if you need it, but I am leaving like this one. It's a good for me. I don't want to change anything inside this one. The render option is 150 is good one. If you want to change the viewport values, you can apply the 150 over here, but if your PC is not supported, then it will create some kind of trouble for you. So I'm just leaving something like that one also. Okay, before jumping for the lighting, we want to apply some kind of text on this one. Okay, so let me do, I have my image is ready. We are going to apply one image texture on this one. So for that, what I will do, I will jump into the select this option, this portion, and jump into the edit mode. Now what I just jumping into the side view, and I'm going to selecting the vertex over here, the single vertex over here, then press shift and S and cursor to select it. Now jump into the object mode, then press shift and A, and you can bring the jump into the image option, and you can import the image as plane. So I have just click it over here, image as plane, and then what I have, my image is on the desktop. So let me see, here it is my image. So I'm just clicking on that, import the image. So now you can, it's already rotated, it's come like rotated. So let's press R, Y and 90 degree. Okay, you can see that again it's a little bit rotated. So what I will do, R, and then this is the x-axis, and again minus 90 degree. Okay, sorry, that is the R, X and 90 degree. Okay, so now you can see that it's look like something over here. Then what I will do, I will just press a scale and make it little bit bigger over here, almost something like that. Let's jump into the side view. Okay, you can make it some more big, almost something like this one, almost like. Then press G and Z axis. So let's take it a little bit down, something over here. Okay, now what I will do, I will just apply, jump into the edit mode and press Ctrl R over here, apply the loop cut almost where my text is like. Okay, so just giving a boundaries for my text over here. Okay, I have done this one. Then press Ctrl R again and apply on this area also. Then again press Ctrl R and apply on this area also. Now after that, what we have to just select the face selection mode on, select the empty faces where our text is not there, then press X and delete those faces. So now you have this much of option over here. Now press Ctrl R again and increase the loop cut as much you like over there. Okay, so I am just increasing the loop cut like this and leave it like this one. Now just come out to the into the object mode, and what you have to do, we are just going to apply one modifier on this one. So just select our text plane, jump into the modifier. Here you have the option which is called the shrink wrap. Just click on that. Then you have the option of the target. Just click that target on your, just click on that or main object. So you can see that it's already wrapping on that one, but our text is little bit hiding. So you can just press the offset by pressing shift, and let's take it little bit increase, so it will come out something like this one. Okay, so it's good for me. Okay, so I like this option almost like this one, but still we can manage something like it's embossed on this one, on that gradient main body. So for that, what we can do, again just come over here, when it's the plus sign, just drag it onto the left side over there, and then jump onto the shader editor for this one. So you can jump onto the shader editor. Now let's take it something like over here. Okay, just drag it out. So it's already selected over here, but we want to create some kind of bump over there. So for that, what I will do, I will just create one, you can say that shift A, search, and I am just opening the bump map over here. So this is my bump map, and then let me create a shift A, and let me choose something like a ramp node over here. So let's create one ramp node over here also, and let's apply it over here. So what I will do, I will just connect this alpha to the my factor over there, and this color to the my height over here, and let me select this to the normal over here. So now what we need, we want to change some values over there. So let's increase something like that. You can play it later also, but what I will do, you can see it over here. When I make it zoom, you can see that it's come out from over here. So you can increase and decrease, but we want to emboss like just to make it invert something like this one. So now you can see that it's just pressing in almost like that, and now you can change the value or strength of that embossment on this one by moving this strength. Okay, so you can see that it's getting changed something like this one. Okay, the value is something like that. And one more thing, you can come over here and change the value according to a requirement as per your need over there, and you can change the shade of this one also. So I'm just going to choose a little bit. Okay, let's take it a little bit down again over here and take it a little bit something like this one, and let's choose something like from over here, and let me make something like over here. So you can see that it's look amazing on our grenade. Okay, so I have just applied my text. If you need this same text, I will provide the image link below. Okay, so you can use that, or you can just create such kind of text PNG image in your Photoshop. Okay, so now it's ready. Now let's apply the lights on this area. So first of all, just apply the right click over here and join area and click on this one. Okay, so we have coming over here now. Now let's jump into the I am onto this view. What I want to do, first of all, I want to create a camera over here. So let's press shift A, mesh, and I am just going to create a, where is my camera? Yes, here it is. My camera is over here. So just click on that, and after creating camera, just press Control Alt and 0. So now you can see that the camera against me. Then press the G again and middle mouse, and then just drag it a little bit down over there. Okay, then press G again, and let's take it something like over here also. Okay, done. Now jump over here and click onto the view option, and then here you can lock the camera. So now if you are going to rotate this option, so let me rotate something like this. Okay, or you can rotate something like this, whatever you like. You can rotate something like this one. Okay, first rotate and then adjust as per your requirement over here, then press N to hide this menu. Now let's apply the lights on this one. So first of all, I'm pressing a shift A, light, and I'm going to create a, okay, before creating the line, what I will do, press shift and S, cursor to world origin, then press shift A, and I'm just going to create a light, and I'm creating the area light first of all. Then press G and Z. Let's take a on this axis, then press G and shift Z, take it something outside over here. Okay, now let's remove that camera view from over here. Okay, done. Then press N, and now if I'm going to make it rotate, let's jump into the top view, press again G and shift Z. Let's take it a little bit closer over here, almost to our grenade. Then let's again jump into the side view, something like that one, and let's place something over here. Okay, let's see into the top view again. Yeah, it's going in a good way. You can change the little bit direction if you want. Now what I will do, I will just make a duplicate copy of this one. Let's see the from the camera angle. So it's coming from over here. So what I will do, just press the shift and D again, and press shift Z and take it something like over here. Okay, so we are not going to down on, almost like something this. Then just jump into the top view and take the light something on this area over here. Okay, done. And then just jump into the 0. So it's okay, going little bit up. We want to drag a little bit down over there. Okay, so we are just going to apply something on the same direction, almost like this one. Let's see it again. Yes, it's going good. And take it a little bit on inside of this area. Then again jump into the views. Okay, side view is all good, and the camera view is also good over here. Now we want to create our third light also. So for that, again I can press the shift and D and take it back over here. So let's jump onto the top view over here, press shift and D again and take it something like over here, almost like something cross over here. Okay, and then take it rotation over there also. Okay, something like over here, and let's press the camera view again. So you can see that that light is coming from over there also. And I will just take a little bit, let's take something like over here. So let's take a little bit lower side. Okay, and again see the camera view, and let's make a little bit move something over here also. Now let's apply the shader on these lights, so you can understand how it is going to be look. So let's select this light first of all, jump into the light option. I'm just going to apply the value is the almost like 500. Okay, so let's apply the 500 and let me choose the color of that. So I'm going to choose a little bit yellow shade over here. Okay, done. Then I'm going to select this light over here, and I'm just going to apply the value is 400 power, and I'm going to use the shade something like an orangey shade over here. Okay, and then the last light which is behind over here, so let's select that light. I'm just going to apply the 300 value on 300 power on this one, and going to choose something like a sky color, almost like this one over here. Okay, so we have done this option. Let's jump into the TV option. So you can see that our grenade is looking really amazing and nice. If you increase this value, you can increase like something 400 also. So that's up to you. You can see that it's looking little bit on side view amazingly nicely and beautifully. If you want to change the area of this one, just press 7 and then just G and shift Z. You can take a little bit side over here, and let's make a change something like option over here. Then just jump into the camera again, so you can see that the value coming over here of the light. So it's looking amazing and beautiful to us. The render is, so now you can see that your grenade is amazingly ready, guys. Okay, so this is the image that you have, the ready image, and that you have your grenade. You can change the values of the textures as per your requirement. So I hope you like this tutorial. You learn something more from this tutorial about the shaders, about the creating some kind of basic model with creative way, which things you have to focus on that. So click onto the like button, share this tutorial with your friends and intermediate students also, so they can learn something new from my tutorials. And also subscribe the channel and comment below how much you learn from my tutorial and how it is going to be useful for you. Thank you very much. Stay safe and enjoy your day. Goodbye, guys.